Hey guys, so I thought I would just share with you the Pista Spider. Share things that a lot of people actually on YouTube don't bother sharing. So I would tell you one of the very important things if you're a collector or even just a Ferrari enthusiast is the options. With Ferrari, the options are ridiculous. You could spend an extra, 20 to 30% of the car's base price in options. This Pista Spider having a total of 33 options, and you could see on they're listed on the plaque that is in the front trunk. So just to give you an example of some of options that would regularly come with your everyday car, well, it's an option with Ferrari, and as you know or may not, every option is thousands of dollars. Adaptive front light system, yellow brake calipers, carbon fiber front flaps, so basically every piece of carbon on the car is an option. Otherwise it comes in a kind of a matte black plasticky trim, which doesn't look so great on such a nice car, right? So you got all the carbon bits, so carbon fiber front flaps, carbon fiber side air splitter, and these are all things you'll see when I do the walk around on the exterior. All that carbon is what I'm mentioning here. Center carbon fiber and post trim, that's very important. That's in the interior. Rear diffuser in carbon, front air vents in carbon, carbon fiber under door cover, carbon fiber inner sill trim, carbon fiber upper center, so console. So all of the interior, which I'll go with you, that's a whole bunch of different bits. They divide it into like several carbon fiber options for the interior. Cavallino stitched on headrests. The fire extinguisher, which is not in the car at the current moment, because when you have a passenger in there, it actually removes a lot of foot space and makes it a little harder to get in and out. So I've removed the fire extinguisher, but I took it is part of the car. And they call it a handy fire extinguisher. Yes, fire extinguishers definitely do come in handy if your car catches on fire. Additional colored mats with logo. So the carpets are currently not in the car, but that's another thing. So I just want to show you the extent of the car and all of the lightweight features of the car. Carbon fiber rear molding. That's a big one. Heat insulating windscreen, high emotion, low emission. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna have to look that one up. Scuderia Ferrari shields, in-out electric mirror homelink. So that would be the rear view mirror with I guess the garage door opener integrated. Radio, so the hi-fi radio system with Bluetooth, front and rear parking cameras, racing stripe, the 20-inch forged dark painted rims, yellow rev counter, carbon fiber racing seats, racing seat lifter, which I'll show you a lot of people do not have in their car, smoking kit, what the hell, high power hi-fi systems. There you go. You actually have two separate options for your radio. So high power hi-fi system, and as well as Bluetooth connectivity, radio system. So you can imagine, and also colored special stitching. So these are all options. As you could see here in the trunk, you do have two Ferrari bags, and it comes with a Ferrari cover, which is in that red bag right there. But that gives you an idea. I have another video where I was looking at a Pista Coupe, but this, I just can't get over this very mini windshield wash opening here. As you could see, you need a funnel. There's no way you're going to be able to not make an enormous mess of your car without using a funnel. So I'm gonna have to remember to put a funnel in the front truck here and keep it handy. Another thing most people haven't gone over, this is matte carbon. It is extremely thin. There's vents here, and when I mean extremely thin, this is like a couple mils thin, and it really sheds the weight. This weighs absolutely nothing. It's really cool, and what I love the most is the massive cutout for the front downforce with the design here. And I'm just gonna shut it safely. And let's go on to the interior. And I mean, it's an amazing interior. I think right now, if you look at Lamborghini, you look at McLaren being the simplest interior on a car, and I guess they do it for the weight savings. Even though the Pista Coupe managed, I believe, a 1,250 kilogram dry weight, which is very, very impressive. They actually give you a very nicely featured, beautifully finished interior. As you could see, as all the special cars have, is the carbon fiber door, the little handle there to close the door, and this one having the JBL hi-fi audio system. Beautiful Ferrari sill here, including the sill that goes, I don't know if we could see it here, but that actually goes right into the bottom, and the beautiful seat. And this is the lifter I was talking to you about, which actually allows you, if you're very short, to bring the chair up. So that is handy, except for I'm not that short. I'm 5'9", and I still find myself sitting, let's say comfortably, but almost too high in the Pista at 5'9", right about 175 pounds. This large seat actually fits quite snug. It's very comfortable, but I could not imagine being, 6'3" and 240, 250 pounds, and even fitting in that chair or being comfortable. As you could see, the interior is completely stripped. You just have a plate. You have a little piece of rubber for your feet. And beautiful pedals, nice drilled aluminum pedals. And this is all optional, right? So the carbon center here is actually two pieces. That being option 1 in carbon, which would be just that small piece there, and then option 2, which is the entire center tunnel being carbon fiber. Same with every bit else. The vents, we've got these beautiful big carbon paddle shifters. The steering wheel being pretty much standard now in all Ferraris, so I'm not going to go over the Manettino or any of that with you guys. But as you could see, a very nice interior finished with, in this interior, I would tell you three different materials, 4 different materials, being Alcantara. You've got Alcantara here. You've got a fabric, more Alcantara, and then a leather racing stripe down the center. That's an option, very nice option. I think it's a must. And then I would tell you your 4th finishing here is basically a perforated leather that is found here. And then in the front here, you have perforated leather that runs along the bottom or center of the car, which is pretty cool. It's very nice, with a nice little racing stripe in red all across and following the same theme on the door. Overall, very nice. Another little thing that's really neat, maybe you guys didn't know, but it comes with your very own key holder. So your key is never going to fly out of your pocket. You're not going to lose it. It goes right there in front of your 1 cup holder. So that's pretty cool. You stick your key there. Let me show you guys. This is a beautiful, beautiful seat here. So as you can see, a nice carbon fiber seat back, very nice. And this as well being an option on the exterior. A lot of cars do not have this option. Spiders being quite rare actually. At the moment, there aren't many for sale. It's kind of hard to compare my car with you know, any other cars that are being publicly shown on YouTube or on the internet. Oh, another thing that's fun is that you have this windscreen in the back, this glass, that right now that is the height in which it goes into automatically when you lower the roof, but it's fully adjustable, and you could even bring it down when your roof is up. So it allows you to hear more engine noise, which is pretty much turbo noise, and exhaust, and that's fully adjustable. So that's a pretty cool feature of the Spider. And let's move over to the engine bay. I'm not going to again go over the engine because it's been done a million times. 3.9 liter twin turbo V8. You know, there's features in the Pista that they use to lighten the engine, lighten the crank. The connecting rods are titanium. The exhaust manifolds I think are made of Inconel. So there's, you know, quite a few features to lighten the weight. Oh, another thing that a lot of you guys don't know, it actually has a lithium racing battery, which also sheds, I believe, another 30 pounds to the weight of the car. So that's really cool. It comes with a lithium battery charger. And you could really see how low and how, let's say, as close to the center of the car this motor is mounted for weight distribution. So it's very low, and it actually sits right behind you know, the seats. So right behind the back, the firewall, we'll say. So very low in there. Carbon fiber finishing, carbon fiber intake manifolds as well to reduce weight. So just an overall really great car, really fun car to drive, extremely fast car. This is a beautiful one-piece carbon that goes right around. Very nice, intricate fins there. The Pista obviously makes much more downforce. I say much more downforce than the standard 488. For those of you who don't know, the Spider does add 100 kilograms of weight to the car, which, you know, is a lot. But to be honest with you, this car is so fast that just for everyday driving, you really don't notice the added weight. I've driven a Pista Coupe before driving this, and you know, you don't really sacrifice much. You don't sacrifice rigidity in terms of what you could feel as a driver, and really acceleration is still mind-boggling. It's just on another planet. I haven't driven a 720S, which I know is faster or definitely as fast, but this is just really, really quick. It's impressive. Here's the yellow rev counter, and as you could see, you know, I think in terms of styling and symmetry, they did put a 10,000 RPM attack, but it only goes up to about 7,900, I believe. It's hard to see when you're driving. You actually don't really see it at all. You do use the lights mounted on the steering wheel to know when you're shifting. I don't even think it hits 8,000 RPM. I think it's really like a real world 7,800 or 7,900 RPM cutoff. I find myself often hitting the rev limiter when I'm in the first 3 gears, full acceleration. But yeah, it's that fast. Like, it takes some getting used to. But just super balanced, really great suspension, a great overall car. Night and day with the Aventador. They're two very different cars. Right? You buy an Aventador, it's one of the best looking cars in my opinion in terms of its the super exotic styling, and the V12, obviously that screaming V12. But for driving, like for a driver's car, there's no comparison. A 2016 Aventador Roadster with a 2019 Pista Spider, there is just no comparison. This thing is just unbelievably good at everything. Shifts, acceleration, balance. It just really gives you a lot of confidence when you're driving it, and it makes you want to push it and push it and push it. So it's a lot of fun. I'm glad that I'm fortunate enough to share this car with you. And next video, by popular demand, will no doubt be a POV night drive. We're gonna take it out and we're gonna enjoy it with all its lights and all its power at night. So stay tuned, guys. Thanks for subscribing and thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.